Yo guys, welcome back to my video. Yeah, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and keep up to date with all the new videos I'm dropping left, right and centre lately. This video is going to be kind of a rant. Yeah, let's say a rant. Yeah, I'm not being funny, my eyes look sick. Anyway, this video is going to be a rant on what I think is wrong with the schooling system of today. Like, not being funny, kind of a boring subject, but I am in that line of work and I believe there is quite a few things, quite a few flaws wrong with the schooling system. Right, I'm not being funny yet, but my eyes look like I've got contacts in. The fuck? Anyway, right, before I start this video, if you like what I do, give this video a cheeky like, or any of the others. Even give it a dislike, I don't mind. A like's a like at the end of the day. Hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with what I'm doing. And you know what? If you're feeling a bit cheeky, hit that bell button. I swear to down, you'll get updates every time I post. If you want to contact us, just comment below and I'll have a chat, a chinwag. If you've got any ideas on what you want to talk about or you want me to talk about, comment below. I will message everyone back, I don't mind, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Right, so anyway, let's get right into it. Right, so my line of work is, I'm not sure if people know or if many people know, is I'm a teaching assistant, well, an apprentice teaching assistant. Right, so I spend a lot of time, obviously, in a school, in education, which, if you knew me or you know me, I hate education. Can't stand it. Don't know why the hell I thought it was a great idea to do an apprenticeship in education. Over then, I get my weekends back, which isn't that bad, you know what I mean? So anyway, right, I'm not being funny, yeah, but in mainstream schools, that's what I'm going to be on about with this video, because my school isn't a mainstream school, so obviously my school does not apply to these points because it's completely different. I'm in a bad behaviour school, so yeah. Right, but in a mainstream school, nothing has changed since the Victorian times. Nothing at all, which to me sounds really stupid. Because I'm not being funny, yeah, but if you look at everything else in life in the modern world compared to Victorian times, massive change. But then if you look at the schools, near enough completely. Yeah, there's a bit different, like some of the education stuff's different and all that, but near enough everything else is exactly the same. Everything is uniformed. By that I mean everything is in straight rows. Like, we're off to go work in a factory. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've learnt this from research over other things over many months. But there was in the straight rows on purpose back then. Mainly because all them kids that were at them schools back then were off to go work in factories. Now factories, I'm not sure about now because I've never worked in a factory, but factories then, everything were in straight lines. Everything were uniformed. So that's why it was like that. But no, it's changed. Now I know from my experience that it works better having like tables set in a different way rather than rows, so you've got kids at back that can't hear and kids at front that can't get away with a note. We have our tables in a U shape, so like, you know, a U shape. That means the teacher can stand in the middle, it's easier to check on work, it's easier for kids to see everything, hear everything, understand everything, and if they need it, get help like that. Now I know that's harder with bigger class groups, but surely there's something that can be changed within mainstream to change that setup. And I believe, personally, because I were always kids that were sat out back. Like, I ain't gonna lie, unless I got placed in a seat, but even then I was kind of always sat back because my surname back in school were at like other end of the alphabet, so you know what I mean. But it'd help me if I were close to the front, probably. Saying that, I did get 13 GCSEs, but still, I'd have probably got that science one if I'd have sat in it front, you know what I mean? Or like, we're able to get more help and all that stuff. So everything's all uniformed. which I think a lot of people notice. That is something that never changes. Unless you're in a small group or you're doing one-to-one work, you're going to be sat in a row, basically. Another thing that hasn't changed, or that I've noticed a lot more in the past 2 or 3 years since I left school. Obviously I left school a lot longer than 2 or 3 years ago, but something that's become more apparent is the crackdown on uniform within schools. Like, I'm not being funny yet. I understand that schools have uniforms for the pure fact of it stops bullying, which I don't agree with. Which I agree with. It does stop bullying, which obviously is a proven fact, because you're all wearing the same thing. It's all the same brand. It's all the same quality, because it's all from the same place. Right? It's all the same thing. I understand that. I agree with that. I agree with wearing a uniform. Right? What I don't agree with is young girls and young lads getting sent home for having the wrong uniform. Now, I'm not being funny here, but when I worked in a retail shop, because teachers say and schools say that they make you wear a uniform, it's exactly the same as everyone else. If you get sent home, the reason you get sent home is because your uniform is not professional. They are trying to set you up for a professional life, yada yada yada. Now, I've worked 2 jobs. I've worked in retail in Poundland. Well, I've done a few other jobs on the sides, but, you know, cashing in, not legal. But my actual jobs were working in Poundland and obviously the teacher assistant. Now, I'm not being funny here, but when I worked in Poundland, I wore black skinny jeans and a polo t-shirt. I have not worn a suit or, well, I won't wear a skirt, but for example, a skirt and a blazer and a tie and a shirt and a jumper and everything else. I've never worn that. I have not worn that since I was at school. Like, I understand the setting up for professional life, professional industries and stuff, but even in a professional industry, you're going to be allowed to wear skinny suit trousers for girls and for lads and all that stuff. Like, there is a difference between setting people up for a professional industry and just taking the piss and sending them home for any reason you can. Like, I read a news article the other day on Facebook, because I don't read newspapers no more, of a girl getting sent home because her trousers were too tight. And it was making male members of staff uncomfortable. Well, I'm not being funny here, but if you're a grown man looking at a 13-year-old girl and getting uncomfortable, I'd be questioning why the fuck you are in education. Why? Because to me, that screams someone with a sexual desire towards young teens. Just how it is. Like, they've used the excuse of lasses have to wear white bras, girls can't have like them blouse shirts anymore, they've got to be proper, full length shirts. You can't have weird hair colours, you've got to have natural hair colours, you can't wear too much makeup, you can't do this, you can't do that, yada 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 yada. Because it affects young lads and affects the male teachers. Now, the male teachers, I'm saying, why the hell you're working in this education business is you're getting a bit turned on by a young lass in a school uniform. Young lads should be taught that a female is not a sexual object just because wearing a uniform. I'm not being funny here, I went to school. No lad got turned on by seeing a girl's bra strap through a shirt. Never. No lad got turned on or distracted from their work. In fact, no one got distracted from their work because of someone's hair colour or makeup. Unless you were staring at that girl's hair colour and makeup. Or talking to them. Like, some things that they go on about is just taking the piss. Because the majority of these kids are going to go on to college after. Well, technically they have to. They either have to go to sixth form or college. Because they have to be in education until they're 18. UK's education system, you know what I mean? But in college, you get to wear what you want. You get to be who you are. You get to have tattoos. You get to have whatever hair colour. You get to wear whatever makeup and stuff. Obviously, if you're doing like a certain subject like performing arts, I had to wear all black unless doing a show. Didn't mind. I could wear whatever I wanted as long as it was black. It was still professional. In fact, that's what you get taught in performing arts. Wear black. Wear whatever you want as long as it's black. It is professional. I wasn't getting pulled on for wearing a sports bra and joggers and this, that and the other. Lads wasn't getting turned on because they were walking around in a sports bra. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think schools just take the mix sometimes with so much stuff that they do and so much stuff that they say. Like, you're controlling someone that should be an individual, someone that should be able to express themselves, especially in that period of time of their life. They are losing their individuality because schools are making them be this, that and the other. They are making them be a uniformed thing. And a lot of kids are not learning to express themselves, and that's why they're rebelling, that's why they're not being who they actually are, because they haven't had a chance to be who they actually are. And I think it's wrong. Like, I get having a uniform, I agree with that, but there is no reason to be so strict at all. Like, skinny trousers are not going to stop someone from learning their education. You kicking them out of school because they have skinny trousers on is going to stop their education. Especially if they're in year 10 or 11. You are stopping that person. I know I say girl a lot, but in the news and in the media it's mostly girls. But you are stopping that female or that male having an education that they need, that they want, they are desiring to have. They do not need to turn up to school. The worst you're going to do is give the parents a fine. Like, they did not need to be there, but they are. Schools focus on what makes them look the best that they are, to get the most students. I understand that. Technically, it is a business, it is an industry, obviously. People get paid for working in it, therefore it is an industry and it is a business. But sometimes things are just taken too far. Like, the prices of a uniform in the first place. I didn't go. My mum has one child left in high school. Well, has just started high school actually. And that uniform has skinted her 4 times. It's only one kid. Now imagine a family. At the time, my mum at one point had 3 kids. No, all 4 of us in education at the same time. All in school at the same time. Primary school and high school. Now imagine that uniform price. It's ridiculous. Like, it just takes a mick. Who has that amount of money to spend on uniform and stuff? No one, unless you're rich. Like, yes, there's help for some people out there, which is understandable. There has to be somewhere. But it doesn't help everybody. And there's a lot of people that can't afford stuff. So, giving them a uniform to prevent bullying, but then hiking the prices up to, like, God knows how much, is stupid. I know someone that spent basically 500 quid on a uniform. And that was before they even bought everything that they actually needed, like a bag and a coat and shoes. Like, it just literally takes a mick. I think it's wrong. I think some changes need to be done. I think they need to stop being so strict on, like, the sort of trousers and stuff. Like, yeah, fair enough, smart trousers. That's all you need to say. If a lass wants to wear skinny smart trousers, as long as they're smart, I don't see a problem. The majority of them have them. In fact, they tend to be the cheapest type that there is. So you're helping parents out, you're helping the kids out, because they still get to express themselves in a way that is still professional, and that. So I think schools just need to reevaluate some things. Seriously. Because I swear to God, it's taking the piss sometimes. Right, so I can't be bothered talking about this subject anymore. I keep getting distracted by my own eyes because they look sick today, you know what I mean? Like, especially with the hair and that, you know. Sheesh. And that, this is the end of the video. If you liked it, give it a like. If you've got something that you want me to talk about, otherwise I'm going to keep coming up with random stuff. Give me a cheeky comment. If you like what I do, give us a comment. If you just want to talk to me, drop me a comment. If you do subscribe lately, because my subscribers have gone up, it's only about like 5, but you know, it's still something. And that I'm not getting told who's subscribing, and I would like to follow you guys back. So if you are subscribed, then comment below if I don't already follow you, or if you are subscribing because of this video or another one, comment below and I'll follow you back. I don't mind. Hit that cheeky bell button and get notified every time I upload a new video if you want. Obviously, I'm not going to make you. And you know what? Give us a share. Put us out there. Every little helps. Everyone needs to help each other in life. That's all I'm asking. You know? Right, so until next time, see you later.